Let's take our shot at a $5,000 first prize on No House Advantage tonight on this NBA Monday. Pete McCarthy here for Stokastic DFS. Before we get to the just a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our offers, giveaways, everything else we got going on. Don't forget to hit that notification button as well. That'll give you alerts when our shows go live. We're also available in podcast form. Take us on the go, in the car, whatever it might be. And you can help us out if you're feeling so generous. Leave a 5-star review on your platform of choice. All right, so what we're looking at tonight, we got the NBA 10K Slam Dunk, $10 entry, $5K to first place. This doesn't start up until 8 o'clock, so we are scratching a couple of games off of the slate here. What I like about these pick'em contests, you typically see a lot of overlay. If you looked at the NFL contest this weekend, they were running up to 2,400, and we saw the contest about 2/3 full. So that means you got more money going out to the players than going into the website. That's always a good thing when you are playing. So be sure to check that out tonight. I like to hop in, let's say 30 minutes before the first game of this slate is going to start. So 7:30 Eastern time. Overlay there's a lot. We've got optimal lineups for free at Stokastic.com, and you can mass enter these contests if you so choose. You also have that 2K finger roll. Don't sleep on that. You typically see more overlay in the smaller contests than you see in the larger ones. So a couple of different ways to try to make some money at No House Advantage. So what are we looking at? So now we got a 5-game slate tonight because we're lopping off the first 2 with the contest starting at 8 o'clock. The best game of the night, Memphis-Sacramento. So let's jump into that game and look at De'Aaron Fox. So the line we have here is 22.5 points. Our free project.com have an over 67%. That's not a big time, like put it in the 10-point spot. We're going to slide it a little lower than that. But we like what we're seeing here. Not only do our projections like the over, if you go to Odds Shopper, something you can definitely see what the sports books are thinking. You get 24.5 points is kind of the break-even line there. So at 22.5 gives us a little extra wiggle room. Looking at what De'Aaron Fox has done of late, he has scored at least 23 points in 6 straight games. We like that. Overall this season, he's done it in 62% of his games played. Not as great, but again, this isn't a 10-point play. This is one we're going to drop a little bit lower than that and look to get the over for De'Aaron Fox. And this will be one that, hey, at the end of the night, it's the last game of the night. We're playing for an over. Can vault you up those leaderboards quite a bit if you get him to that 23rd point. No House Advantage. If you haven't played there before, I love these pick'em contests. You can try to hunt for some big money. There's overlay there to take advantage of often. So you have these NBA contests tonight. Again, $5,000 to first place. Makes it fun. You got to beat other people. I like outsmarting other people rather than necessarily just playing props. You could also try to outsmart the house if you'd like. Play versus the house. You get up to 20 times your entry fee if you get 5 out of 5 versus the house. So be sure to look at that. And again, we make it super simple for you. You get free projections at Stokastic.com that filter out right to No House Advantage. So we'll give you exactly the percentage chance that you have a chance of winning a certain prop. And you can look to play that. And that works for both the pick'em contest as well as versus the house. Be sure to sign up if you haven't already. Use the link below. There's a $100 free deposit match going on right now. So when you sign up, you put in $100. No House Advantage give you another $100 in order to play with. So you'll have $200 in your account. And again, I really can't stress, we make it super easy for you to play over there with our free projections at Stokastic.com. Next up, let's look at D'Angelo Russell. This is one you could put in that 10-point spot. 34.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Look, Russell has been over this number since December 23rd. So a month ago today. That is 14 games played. More often than not, he doesn't even sniff it. We have a projected for 27 plus points plus rebounds plus assists. 86% chance on the under here. Love this play. The big thing to take advantage of, No House Advantage is those 10, 9, 8, 7 spots. You can typically find players that are heavy unders on their PRAs, their points plus rebounds plus assists, because they just don't have access to the minutes get to that ceiling or whatever that number may be. Now, you want to keep an eye on this stuff throughout the day because if, say, Rudy Gobert doesn't play tonight, might change some of the math for D'Angelo Russell here, and Gobert is questioned. So you want to keep an eye on the injuries, how the lineups are going to shake out, because these props in the No House Advantage Pick'em contest, they're not going to move. Same. So sometimes you might have someone thrust to the starting lineup and suddenly they become a great overplay with their points or points plus rebounds plus assists. But looking at it from this morning, D'Angelo Russell, big time under here. And I love the fact that a guy hasn't even done it over the course of the last month. So we can look to get under on that. Use OddsShopper to help you out, as well as our free projections over at Stokastic.com. OddsShopper tell you what the sports books are looking at, what the numbers are in those spots. It gives you an idea. Maybe the numbers are the same, the line's same, right? They're both 22.5 points, let's say, but maybe the juice is heavily on the under, and that gives you an idea. Hey, if our Stokastic projections like the under, the sports books are looking at the under, it's probably a pretty good play when you're playing at No House Advantage, whether it's versus the house or in these pick'em contests. And obviously, if you are playing against sports books, it'll tell you where you can get your best price. It's one thing to be right. It's another thing to maximize your return when you are correct on a given prop or a game or whatever it is. And OddsShopper will let you know exactly what book is going to give you the best price in your area. Next up, Alperen Sengun, 16.5 points. I like this kind of like a sneaky over here. Typically, as I mentioned, you have a lot of unders that you could play with these points plus rebounds plus assists. You can line them all up in your first 5 spots, but eventually we got to get a little different. I like an over here in 16.5 points. We have a 75% chance of coming in. Oftentimes, you don't even have to dip that low to 75% chance to have 10 plays here. But I like this one for Sengun. He has scored at least 19 points in his last 3 games. We only need to get to 17 points tonight. Projected for more than 20. One thing with Sengun, he's been shooting out of his mind from the field over these last few games. And I tend to be cautious like that. But he's also taken a lot of shots, a lot of volume. He had 17 shots last week against the Lakers that tied his season high. Followed it up with 16 shots against the Hornets on Wednesday. When I see a guy when his volume is going up, his volume of shooting, that's one where I start to really believe, hey, this guy's becoming a featured part of the offense and can hit the point numbers that we're looking for. So looking for Sengun to get 17 points. I like that one tonight. I think that one might be a little underplayed when you look at the contest as a whole. If you are playing DFS at other sites, check out our lineup generator at Stokastic.com. The perfect tool for building winning lineups for any DFS contest. You can tailor it just how contrarian you might want to be. You're going to be a lot different if you're trying to beat 100 people versus beat 5,000 people. And you can tailor these lineups to exactly what you're looking for. And the lineup generators included lineup for DFS packages. Not only works for NBA, you have it for NFL as well. Big championship Sunday coming up. And then, of course, the big game a couple weeks after that. So be sure to utilize Lineup Generator for all that. Again, included with our DFS packages at Stokastic.com. Appreciate you joining. Good luck tonight.